it sounds like they're running Legacy at the same time they're running worship. It sounds like there's 3 worship services now.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what it is, but how long till I get this all open? Tomorrow I had to take that thing back to the hospital for Mom.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning. She doesn't have to go back. I can just pull it off of her and take it with me. KC8NFN, KC8NFN, this is AB0 Kilo Zulu. Are you on, Kevin? Over.
Welcome to the K0AJW repeater.
KC8NFN, KC8NFN, AB0 Kilo Zulu. Okay, negative contact, AB0 Kilo Zulu mobile. Start pumping concrete down here. So you got a terrace and everything.
Yeah.
Get the concrete pumper thing.
all about the emotions of going through it. And what her husband has to put up with.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I can't eat this, I can't eat that because I'm nauseated. The house temperature every week keeps dropping a degree.
Yeah.
Emotions or all stuff. Weird cravings at weird times of the night.
Yeah.
Says, I want a granola bar for dinner while he wants steak. That's interesting.
Really weird hormone swings going on.
Yeah.
I always think of guys as the beta test model, right? And stuff sort of worked, then they improved it with the B model.
Yeah.
Way too complicated.
Yeah, but the intelligence keeps dropping.
Yeah, well, with the
Every
effect of that,
generation.
yeah, well, it seems like it. If they studied history and were taught history correctly, they would realize what a bad idea all these new wingle ideas, which are the old ideas.
Well, like that one person, that one mom, that one pastor who was a mom says, you know, if anybody would have came to their senses a long time ago, in biblical times, they never would have had more than one kid.
Yes.
And they said, and he says, in reality, if they would have had mom meetings back then, or soon to be mothers meetings,
yeah,
the human species would have died off a long time ago from extinction.
Well, God said, "Be fruitful and multiply." The trouble is, we got too many people now.
Yeah. She says, because no one in their right mind would have ever had more than one kid.
Well, they can't support
throwing through the pain of labor and pregnancy, no one would ever had more than one kid.
Well,
but because some stupid person back in whenever said, have a big family.
Yes.
We're in the problem now. It says, and that's why I have 5 kids.
Yes.
It's like you just answered your own question.
Well, the one pastor and his wife that Mom watches a lot, they got like 10 kids.
Oh God, yeah,
And he's a full-time pastor. And he's working another job on top of it, and she's doing a YouTube thing.
Oh yeah.
She said during the shortages, she went in and tried to order their normal, 15 cartons of eggs or whatever it is.
Got one.
You got one. And like, how am I supposed to spread that times 10? Not gonna work.
Everybody gets an egg.
A egg.
Yeah. For one day.
That's maybe for a week. I don't know. Anyhow, just crazy stuff. I will never question what Scripture says as being wrong, because I know I'm not smart enough, nor am I going to try to double guess God, because I know God was the engineer in charge of everything, knows what the heck's going on and all the what ifs that we can never understand. Now, I never understood, after becoming a father, the guy that says, make sure your quiver is full of kids, that you need a lot of kids. I said, I can't support the 2 I got. I couldn't,
Yeah.
It sounded
maybe it was better back in the biblical times. When the kids
used
lived
them for
3
work.
times as long.
And you used them for work.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a good thing, but not.
So you had to have 15 kids because at least 10 of them were going to die off.
Well, that could be too. That's what one of the doctors told us. You decide not to have any more kids, your 2 that you got may not survive. I went, well, there's a cheery thought. No, I'm just saying, this was back in the 80s he was talking about that. Well, he's not wrong. I'm just saying that, whoa. But, I don't regret you or your sister one little bit. Boy, it is a whole lot more work. What really got us really surprised.
Sure would have been nice not having to go through all the medical issues we had.
Well, this is what I was going to go to next. And we had it easy compared to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But we're in Cheyenne. All right.
But then again, now I'm finding out a lot of my friends that I thought were in high school that were, never had an issue. I find out, these people had this issue, this person had that issue.
Yeah.
Okay, it may not have caused them to have any, maybe some of the issues that I had in school, and to them, they look fine to me and normal to me, and
it doesn't mean
they had this, and they had this disease, that disease, they're going through this. I'm like, why did I not see this in high school out of you guys? We were on some really heavy meds. I'm like, so was I.
Anyhow,
I ended up in the hospital a few hundred times.
One of the things that always amazed me
Yeah.
was the couple down the street who almost never seemed like they were doing anything for their kids. And they were running around in a diaper in the snow. Just a diaper. No socks, no nothing. Just a diaper.
That's fine.
Snot running
Yeah.
down both sides of their nose and everything. And they were fine.
Thank you. So they said they're supposed to spray the 13th through the 15th. They're supposed to spray
For bugs?
for Minot. Now,
Really?
I'm surprised at that because the last time they were supposed to spray at the end of June, they said they weren't going to do it in Minot because the fair wasn't going to be coming this year.
Well,
So I'm kind of wondering, well, is this something that was originally scheduled and they're just not going to do it because, well, the fair's not going to be here?
maybe it's
There's no
because they
point.
just got the money for it.
I don't know. Originally, they said back in May it was going to happen twice in Minot, and then they said it was going to happen a week before, and then like 3 days before it was supposed to happen, they said, "Oh, we're not doing it because the fair's not here this year." But now they're saying this now another week out, and they're saying, "Oh yeah, sometime next week they're gonna spray after they spray the base." I'm like, yeah, they did that a couple weeks ago, and they claimed they were going to do that, and they didn't.
Who knows what's going
I
on?
don't know.
Old Hummer. Yellow.
Yeah. Oh, that one's for sale. I remember what they wanted for that, but wasn't a ton. It was like,
That's an old Hummer.
yeah, oh yeah, original. I think it's 91. I think that is.
Diesel.
That one, yeah. Well, all of them are diesel. Pretty much all diesel. No, all the H1s are diesel, unless you cover them over, which isn't as efficient that way. But whatever. They did one of them when they had for the NBC bought a long time ago. They showed on the Tonight Show. They had on Jay's garage, and they said they were showing it, and they said they ripped out it was like a 95 or something. They ripped out the diesel engine, converted it to gasoline.
Mm-hmm.
And they put like a they took like a 7.1 liter out of a Ford Super Duty, and they shoved it in there. And it had more rated horsepower because it was like almost 400 horsepower. Not as much torque though as the original.
No, diesel
But-
always been
but,
a torque motor.
Quite a bit of horsepower though. I was watching like in Sergey's saying, says, so I want to get another truck. Says I want something that has a lot of horsepower, not horsepower, not horsepower, but torque. A lot of torque.
Yep. Well, you're pulling. Yeah.
Well, no, not for his semi, but just for running around town vehicles or take vacations. I don't necessarily want something that has horsepower. I just want something that has torque because, my big truck that I drive has got, a couple thousand pounds of torque.
Yes.
And you just can't compete with these little cars. He says, I want one of these, he says, I'm looking at one of these Power Wagons or 2500 Rams or something, the diesel ones. And they got like 1,000 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah, they do.
Or more.
And an appropriate price to go with.
And these cars, well, they have like 400 horsepower cars, and it's only about 450 pounds of torque. This is just not very much.
Well, it is
Different way to go home.
yes.
to get out of the house while she's wearing that thing?
Do whatever she needs to do. You just can't take a shower.
Well, yeah, obviously. Sponge bath.
Nope, can't have any water.
Well, not in that area.
None.
Oh.
Nope. Done.
I can wash your legs.
Until tomorrow after
Yeah.
she takes it off.
Yeah. Is it, how many electrolytes is it over the chest?
5 or 6.
Oh yeah, a lot. Those are just so much fun.
But the whole thing is teeny. The size of
yeah, I'm sure it is.
the size of the device is just teeny. I'm
Yeah.
amazed how
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
good
it
it
is.
is.
I think that first cup of coffee they gave me had sugar in it. It tasted weird. It
I
tasted funny.
did-
It tasted funny to me. I was like,
That should be a hint.
yeah, I wasn't quite sure if it was the cream or the coffee or something. It's like my tongue tingled, and I was like, I was kind of trying to determine if it was. It wasn't maybe that 15 packs of ones I had that one time I went there. They gave me that 15 packs of when it was just burned.
Yeah.
I was like, I was trying to. I went up and got. I only drank half a cup, and I was like, I went up there and got another refill, and I was like, so I'm watching the guy, same guy who did my other ones, and he actually brought it out to me because I watched him, and it's like he didn't put sugar in it, so I tasted it, and I was like, this tastes a lot different. This tastes a lot different.
Well, some folks don't know that you don't have sugar in coffee.
Well, I never asked for it either.
I know the machine did it to me at sites, and I sat there for a long time trying to figure out what is that weird taste.
Yeah.
And then finally it dawned on me, it's sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
Oh, that's what that is.
You know what's funny though is when we were kids, or when at least I was a kid, cornflakes.
Full of sugar.
Yeah, you had to add sugar to it. Yeah, because it didn't have anything in it.
Oh.
It's before Frosted Flakes existed. We used to keep sugar up in the thing, and I'd spray sugar over the meal, and it would taste good in the milk later when you downed it all.
I didn't realize it came without sugar.
Yeah, it didn't. Just regular cornflakes did not come with that. Actually, it's one of the more healthy foods. Actually, I was looking at cereals online. It's only got like 1 gram of sugar in it. It's pretty healthy.
Well, those biscuits,
More so than Cheerios even.
These steel wool biscuits that were, they were nothing but fiber.
Yeah.
It's like
But even regular Cheerios, 8 grams of sugar.
Yeah, this was the.
Which I was like, really?
This is what looks like steel wool.
Oh, yeah.
And when you eat a few of those, it's like putting a 10 gauge.
It's like a brain
brush.
muffin.
No, it's like a 10 gauge bore brush with hoppies number solvent, 9 solvent on it, boys. You are clean whether you had hemorrhoids or not. This will take care of it. Right now, fiber level was so hot, it was like eating steel wool. I'm not sure what this plant is.
There's high fiber in the pizza box, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. One guy that chugs a lot of stuff online, and also competitive eater and bodybuilder and other things. He, you know what fish oil is? Or there. Fish sauce. It's fish sauce. Well, in Japan, they had this on almost everything. But they add like a drop or two on it, and it makes it kind of a salty taste.
Yeah.
He chugged one of these 16-ounce bottles of this stuff. Guess how much sugar sodium is in there?
9 million.
30,000 milligrams.
Kill you.
And he chugged it, and he was like, and the facial expressions he was making were pretty bad. Then he realized after he chugged it, now he went to the plant that makes these in Japan 2 years ago. He didn't realize after maybe why it tasted weird. Not to mention just the sodium. Expiration date, September 20th, 2019. Now, I don't know if that matters, but fish oil, fish sauce, which is made out of fish, goes bad in a can, in a glass jar.
I would think so.
How bad does that supposedly taste?
Nothing.
Apparently not good. Might have just been the sodium, but my God. Now you got lots of the sodium. I'm thinking like when he was done, it was like water, fire hose, water, fire hose. Might be a good supplement when you're in a desert environment where you're sweating a lot to replace your salts.
Yeah.
A little bit here and there, you know, teaspoon here and there.
Too much.
Teaspoon here, teaspoon there.
That's part of the problem. Everything was.
I don't know if that stuff's as bad as salt water, but
Probably pretty close.
probably not good at that point. But then there's this guy on YouTube that swears that half a cup of salt water is fine to drink. And I'm like, you might want to run that through a few filters. You know, because there's not just salt water that's coming out of the ocean. There's a whole bunch of other little creepy crawlies that are in there.
Whatever.
Run that through a couple filters, you know. Give me a shirt filter, you know. Just get out some of the bigger stuff. You know? Maybe if you run it through enough filters, it'll filter some of that salt out too. Run it through a Brita filter. Get out the big stuff. But yeah, there's a guy in Hawaii that will drink half a cup of this stuff every month because it claims it improves his life. I'm like,
No.
Can't imagine how it would. Maybe if you're sitting there with 2 liters of water, maybe.
Eventually they'll have like walkways like this or roads
Probably,
along
hopefully,
the side of the dikes and stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah. Those can walk or bike paths or whatever.
So much sawdust they got over there by the pool. Huge pile of sawdust.
Yeah. If they'd have two of these like walk bridges or something would be nice too.
Well, they've maintained a number of the older vehicle bridges as walk bridges.
Yeah, they do.
There's several throughout
Yeah,
town.
there are.
Looks like getting up and over that one is kind of entertaining.
Yeah. I don't think I'd want to go on it.
Been there for a long time, but all this
Yeah,
stuff
it
here
has.
is gone.
Yeah.
All these warehouses, the old Sears and everything else, all gone.
Yeah. Time to build something new, huh?
Park, I'm thinking,
Well, or two.
eventually. Whenever the flood
Powers that be decide when to put them in.
when they get some money.
Tear down some of these lands too. They're boarded up.
See, they're working the shore now.
Well,
I don't know what they're doing exactly. But
probably dredging stuff.
well, I think they're putting in
They're
new
putting in there. I think they're
new
putting
drains.
in these rock things. I think.
Well, they're yeah, that's riprap they call it,
yeah.
to stabilize the shore against erosion. They're going to be building some dikes in some way too.
Yeah.
To be entertaining to say the least, and expensive. And he's taking his dog for a walk, and the dog's in the
And
big
stroller,
cage.
yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah. Sure. Yeah. Better pamper that animal better than you could pamper.
Let the animal walk.
Well, that would be stressful. You can't have a dog be stressed out now. Get him a tire. Real good deal. Dogs like tires.
Thought there'd be this much traffic.
Noon.
I know.
Enjoying a bomb of coffee here.
No. I've got to get some gas in the van later. We're down to nothing. Chopper, Huey. You're in a hurry, aren't you? You just, yeah, you are. Couldn't wait, had to zoom over.
IK0AJW repeater. IRLP number 3906.
Food festival. I'm trying to have one of those.
I haven't that because we don't have fairs. Come experience what the fair food tastes like.
It's expensive, aren't they? But that's how a lot of these outfits raise money.
Since the fair isn't happening, you can come out of the food that normally would be served there.
That's what they're trying to say. Boy, that full-size four-door pickup is with the full-size bed. That's one long truck.
I mean, 6 passenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one big truck. Is it on 10 meters? Okay, let's turn it off.
Ever.
It shows up every once in a blue moon.
If I got on there, start calling, maybe somebody come back.
I wouldn't bank on that.
CQ, 10 meters. Itching or just back hurt?
Back hurts a little bit.
Hurts down that shoulder area. Most my hands can do. thought of going down to Fargo to see Julie and Joe, and another see Marla or something. Did pop in my head last night.
Called money.
Yeah, time.
Okay,
yeah.
time, and a hotel that's safe, and a restaurant that's safe, and everybody being all kinds of wacky yacky. And then
So, but normal.
Turn around and drive back. Yeah.
Yeah, but a normal thing.
Spend $300-400 and not do much.
Yeah, basically. Kind of like anytime we ever go over there.